So I made a video earlier, maybe about a couple of months ago, where this, I'm not gonna say Chinese, and I'm not gonna say Asian, because Asian, he wasn't a Hindu guy. He was a Mongoloid. I don't know. He was a gold man, and he was talking to his two kids about, and these were young kids. These kids were young, but I mean, it doesn't matter. What he said was this. He said, how would you feel? He said, what do you think about us building a million houses and we rent them out for $300 a piece? And in the video, I had been previously disturbed while consuming my salad, but I realize now that that makes sense. And I was thinking about how in certain countries, like, I don't know about China, but in Japan, they once lived in paper houses. And when they would eat, they would bend down on the floor. The dinner table was on the floor, which meant that if you could not bend down to eat your food, then maybe you had eaten too much already. I'm just saying, some people got it right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of, Chinese people, I just say that I don't know where they from. You got all the Orient. It's the East of Asia. The timeless Chinese, man, he's timeless. That's what Cannabis said. He said, I listen to the words of the timeless Chinese, man. I'm like, God damn, this sound good to me. He said, I listen to the words of the timeless Chinese, man. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hear that shit too. I wanna hear the words too. You know what I'm saying? But I realized that I feel like certain things are gonna be made right. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna have some critics, and if you don't have no critics, that means that you're not real enough. If everybody agrees with you, that means that they don't agree with you. When they don't agree with you openly, then you know that you're actually doing something new and different that they're not used to, and it puts fear in them. It scares them. And with that being said, people only deal with you sometimes when you fit inside their little stereotypical box. And when you go outside of that box or that category, they have a tendency to feel disturbed because they're only used to what they're used to. And I know that feeling. That's why I'm able to speak on it. But still, nonetheless, I feel like the idea was awesome. People have all these things they don't need. Like the guy, like my man Ron Yates in the video. I'm gonna give you props, Ron. I like everything you do, Ron. Thank you, Ron. Keep it coming, man. But no, Ron was like, people, you gotta work, he said you gotta work 100 hours. He said you gotta work 100 hours in order to maintain like maybe like a 1-bedroom, depending on where you are, a 1-bedroom dwelling or at least a 3-bedroom. He said you gotta work 100 hours. So I'm thinking, like, when I was in the store one day, about a month ago, and one of the girls that worked there was approached by an older lady, and she said, girl, you know you gotta clock out. You're approaching 40 hours. I'm like, but it hadn't dawned on me, but I'm like, well, if the best part about working is overtime, that time and a half. So if they're doing labor control or labor management to the point where you can't make over 40 hours, that means that the people you're working for, they're benefiting, but you as an employee, you're getting, as Robert Kiyosaki would say, you're getting creamed. You're getting creamed, and they spreading you on top of the damn, the whip, you're getting whipped cream. You're getting whipped, you're getting slave driven, you know what I'm saying? You can't even work the hours you want to work to even just get into that economic bracket of making a little bit more money than you could have been making. So if you're not actually making over 40 hours, you're pitching pennies. We used to play a game called Pitching Pennies, where we would actually take pennies and just, I didn't play pitching pennies, I played marbles. I know you had to knock the marble out of the circle, but my point, Elgin Baines, what's up, bro? Hank Johnson, Henry Johnson, yo, good times, baby. Good times, love. I'm telling you, man. But as it is, you know what I'm saying? If you're not making over 40 hours, you're not making no money. So when I see people, not wanting to do whatever, I'm like, I understand if you're not, and we're supposed to be going through an economic supply chain crisis, which means that I go to stores all the time and I see things not on the shelves. And like I said, a few weeks ago, I actually helped the girl stock some water. I didn't do it for no pay. I did it because I was like, you know what, man? People walk around with a bad attitude because they don't have enough water. So I'm like, I'm gonna be part of that solution. Because water is what? The universal solution. So I did that, but it wasn't for the over 40 hours. But like I said though, when it came time for me, you know, to ponder that girl, you know, she was working, I'm like, yo, she can't make over 40 hours? Oh my God. If you're not living with your parents, or living off your parents' income, oh my God, what are you gonna do? You're being subsidized. But if you're being subsidized, it's coming from somewhere else. It's like, well, oh my God, who do I have to thank for these benefits? Oh, don't worry, I'll show you how to thank me later. I'll be right behind you, telling you to bend the fuck over. I'll be right behind you, telling you to bend over backwards, and whichever way you can bend, I'll bend the rules for you if you bend over for me. Ever been to Dover before? Dover is in a... oh shit. So I'll bend... Oh, let me stop. Okay, 6 minutes. I'll be back. Part 2 coming up.